What's going on YouTube, it's Kiki here. I have the first part of this video in the description box to show you guys what product we use to remove the spray paint off this shoe. We use several products, but there's one in particular that was amazing, and these are the finished results. Well, that's as best as we can get the shoe, guys, but let me tell you that I was very pleased with the results. So since I really like the color that we spray paint the shoe, I decided to try this neon red dye to see if maybe, just maybe, the shoe will come out like I spray painted it. But yeah, that you're gonna see in a minute that it just didn't work. I think it laughed at me. But we took a closer look at all of the damage that we caused to this poor shoe. Most of the leather around the words was missing, and it was kind of like frayed out and fuzzy looking, so I'm gonna use this lighter here to seal all of those fuzzy edges. That way I can get it to look a bit more seamless, and I'm also gonna take this time to do the same with any loose threads or anything else that I think needs to be sealed properly.
Okay guys, so my water is boiling with the 1 cup of salt in there and a teaspoon of dish detergent. And now I'm about to shake up my chocolate brown dye. Shake that up real good. And we're going to go ahead and pour all of it in there. This color is beautiful. Our dye is ready, guys. Just make sure to give that a good mix. I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this dye in this bucket here, so I can put my shoe in there. That way it is nice and concentrated. Okay guys, this is as best as we can get the shoe to look. So we have put this shoe through the wringer, and I'm about to go ahead and dip it into the chocolate now. I'm gonna dip it twice, so I'm gonna dip it now, and then when I take it out, I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fix all the little areas like that right there. Please excuse my nails, I've been playing with dye too much, not using the gloves, and I'm about to put them on now. But we're gonna go ahead and fix areas like that. In the front, in the toe area, it needs a little filling, that right there as well. So we're just gonna fix the whole shoe. We are definitely putting on the gloves today because, listen, that chocolate will be too much for these nails, and these nails and hands have had enough, so safety first. Okay guys, I have it submerging. I put a lid under there, and then I put like this little thing with water on top so it can hold the shoe down, and we're gonna leave it submerging in there for about an hour and a half. We'll see. Alright guys, so about an hour and a half later, we removed the shoe from the dye bucket, and I'm not going to throw the shoe in the washer. I actually rinsed it down with some water until the water ran clear, and let me just tell you that, oh my god, this shoe is just, we're going to call it Hershey Bar.
So I want you guys to see the two different tones we have on both shoes, and as you can see, this one is a little bit on darker, and that is a little bit like with a red tint in it. And that's probably normal because of the paint and everything that it's been through. This side is absolutely beautiful. It changed the air bubble as well. It changed that air bubble in the back. I didn't want to glue the shoe down first because, as you can see here, those is like glue stains, I believe. And I didn't want the whole shoe to look like that. So I'm gonna do everything after, that way I can try to do it as clean as possible. Remember guys, you don't want to spray paint a shoe and ruin it, okay? I'm lucky that this shoe looks semi good. Like, it could be better, but because of what we've done to it, I didn't expect miracles.
Overall guys, I'm very happy with the way the shoes look. I'm not done yet because we're gonna go ahead and dip them again. Alright guys, I dipped the shoes in the brown dye for the 3rd time, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave the shoes like that for about an hour and 20 minutes. Then I'll go ahead and flip them to the other side and leave them there for another hour and 20 minutes. Alright,
I used this Gorilla Super Glue Gel to attach the sole, like the front of the shoe, back to the upper, and I pressed down on the sole firmly until it was attached, and I looked for any other areas that needed gluing. The back right there of the shoe needed gluing, so we did the same thing, pressed it down firmly, removed any excess with my fingers. Please don't do that, use something else. I also attached the heel tab back onto the shoe. I bought a leather repair kit from Amazon and some brushes from Hobby Lobby. Shout out Hobby Lobby because they got the best things in order to repair all of the damage that we caused this poor shoe with all of the products that we used on it, trying to remove all of the spray paint. I bought the leather repair kit so I can fix all of the leather areas that was missing, like around the letters there. The upper of the shoe is a combination of suede and leather, but I started off by mixing a dark color so I can cover up any imperfections that the shoe had, like the open areas and any missing leather parts. I wish I would have left that part like that because I thought it was pretty cool, but I started to mix some colors up and then started painting it. I don't know what I was thinking. I kept painting it, and yeah, that turned out a hot mess, as you can see. So that's when I realized that the paint that I had bought from Amazon had more of a pink peach undertone to it than a neutral brown or tan. So I was like, I'm not gonna do the whole shoe like that because it's just gonna look ridiculous. So instead I used this leather dye that I got from Hobby Lobby in the colors saddle tan and dark brown. At first I used the saddle tan on the front of the upper, and I was just trying to see if it was gonna match or not because I wasn't even sure. Then I used a little bit of the dark brown just to cover up that plasticky looking leather from the repair kit, but I actually went ahead and dyed the leather part around the letters, guys, and I actually really liked how that looked. I used the color saddle tan and that came out really nice. I think it was better than to use the plasticky looking leather repair kit around there. It was just gonna look hideous if I used that. So I took my time and dyed all of the areas where the leather was missing, and I also dyed some areas around the shoe to give it that darker, richer looking brown color that I was looking for. I felt so bad for what I had done to this shoe. I think I apologized about a million times, and I kept telling it that I was gonna make it beautiful again and that it was definitely one of a kind, and to please forgive me because I didn't mean it. And fun fact, guys, these shoes only cost me $40. I get all of my shoes on Mercari. Absolutely love that site. Oh, and then I went ahead and dyed the front of the shoe. Look how horrible that looks. Hershey was like, that's it, I've had enough of you. And somehow I spilled most of the dye on my table and rug, so I took it off using nail polish remover. So as you can see, it definitely got its payback, and at that point we were just bonding, and I was like, what else can I do to it? I was like, you know what, let's just toast it up. Let it be a toasted Hershey bar. I really like that idea. So we went ahead, grabbed the lighter, and just went to work with it. It's crazy, guys, because I put this shoe through hell, and as I was using the lighter to just toast it up, this shoe was kind of like speaking to me, like I was the shoe. I've suffered from deep depression on and off for years, and that feels like a living nightmare in hell. We've been through hell, but we survived it, and not only did we survive it, we won. We came out on top. So this shoe instantly became very special to me. Look at that one. That one is like perfection. That one is the fraternal twin. So we use a little bit of this Coach leather moisturizer with a little bit of that Big 4 and a microfiber rag to restore the moisture back into our leather shoe, and so we can strengthen it. And we did this by gently rubbing the moisturizer all over the shoe with the warmth of our fingers, and this will also improve the look and durability of the shoe. And then I went ahead and buffed out everything with the microfiber rag. I took my time buffing until all the moisturizer was gone. I also added some leather moisturizer to the tongue of the shoe because that part is leather as well. I did about 2 coats of moisturizer. I waited for about 30 minutes for the first coat to dry. Right here I was adding the second coat, and look how beautiful that turned out, guys. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning. In love with these shoes. This was a journey, this was a process. In love with all of the colors that the shoe has, and my table and rug. Maybe that will be a next DIY, we'll see. If you got this far, thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed the journey of bringing these shoes back to life. They are currently one of my favorites. I love wearing them, and I feel proud of this creation because they're one of a kind.